and welcome to the Scratticus Academy. It is Eden Day, and a lot happened last week. So before we do that, we will hop around and say hello to all of these very, very lovely people that you see here. Let's start as we always do. Hans, hello, how are you?
I am good. I question my loveliness amongst the lovely, lovely people we have here today, since we have so many very, very lovely people. I don't like Twitter's new layout. I want to make my opinion on that really clear. If anybody thinks otherwise, you are
What did Twitter
wrong.
do? I haven't updated my app yet.
Not even worth looking at.
I
Don't
don't
take the
have it.
time for it. You don't need one more thing to be upset about before Eden. Just long story short, it's not great. And yeah, we are here-ish now. And hi, Avery. How are you doing? And I'm playing Artie Chen.
Also, I don't know what this Twitter layout thing is because it hasn't happened for me yet, and I don't know why, so...
Is it a mobile update or is it a website update?
I don't know.
It's a website update. The website now looks like the mobile app does. It was already bad, so now it's double bad.
What? No.
Yeah,
Mine hasn't updated yet. We're still good.
By the way, I ranted to this about someone yesterday. I agree. I hate it. It looks
Hi, I'm a social media person.
tacky.
Opinions.
Yeah. I was fine until now when I was trying to make my Bluetooth headset work for the last 15 minutes. I'm like, and I have to figure out what Twitter's doing. No thanks. Okay, thanks, Alice.
That's okay. Then we're gonna jump down and say hi to Zelda. Hi, Zelda. And as I heard, you also don't like the Twitter layout.
No, it looks tacky and I hate it. And the last one wasn't broken and they shouldn't have done anything about it.
All I see is that kid from School That Rocked. You're tacky and I hate you.
Exactly how I feel about Twitter's new layout.
That was fiasco this last weekend. That's pretty much everything they said to everybody.
You're tacky and I hate you. And who are you playing, Zelda?
I am playing Vestal, who is an adept and basically a witch. And she's old. She's not doesn't look old, but she's very old. But not as old as some of the old people that we know now exist.
Yes.
Or like double old.
Yes. It's all fine. Now we're going to hop over to our very lovely Bree. Hi, Bree. Welcome back.
I'm so happy to be back, guys. I'm NPC Bree, and I'm playing Dot. Question of the days are normally, what would I do? The answer is normally something terrible. And I love the interpretations that my players have while I'm not around. A lot of knife hands. Dot is a medical professional. She runs a clinic underground. She's also currently up to some shit, apparently. I don't know. I missed it. I was in a hospital, so you guys are going to have to fill me in as I go.
It's all good.
And I'll go with it like this.
Just remember to breathe, as we have always said. Breathe.
Yeah.
Other than that, last but certainly not least, let's hop over to the lovely Renee in your new space.
Hi, I'm in my new space and I'm still running around because I'm getting used to it and like trying to get things set up and me all managed. And also I don't want to burn my toast, but I'm playing JD and I'm really excited to be here for Eden. And I'll probably be back in like a minute or two.
Go get your food.
Okay.
Go get it. So, last week, Artie, Vestal, and Coil decided to paddle Rebecca until she passed out, propped her up in a chair. Okay, Artie, in all fairness, wants to drink tea with her, as Artie does with all the bad guys in this, so dukes him. Vestal smashed a screen to make it look like a screen fell on this poor Rebecca, and then they all gaslighted her when the new staff arrived, as Tom rocked up, and they pretended they'd never met this woman in her entire life. So at the end, they also found a lot of CCTV, and they had, I'm sorry, I'm seeing Renee skip off in the background. They saw a lot of CCTV monitoring all the rooms, and in particular, they focused on the room holding Adam Watson. They saw a woman with very dark hair come and visit over and over again, as well as the blonde woman from all of their childhood pictures found in the Eden Craft. However, when they started trying to trace Dot, which was perfectly normal, Dot wasn't appearing. And they finally found JD with, I guess, a mild concussion. And on the CCTV, Dot appeared about 7 or 8 years ago on this screen, on this CCTV, holding a hand out to that one-way mirror, pressing her hand up against Coil's. And that is where, kind of, we will begin. Dot, you went into this bathroom. What were you doing in the bathroom, just to refresh everyone's memory?
So Dot went to the restroom to kind of get a layout of vents, systems, the kind of machinery in the bathroom. She also left a single spy spider hidden underneath the toilet to, it's normally a medical spider, but they also can do recording, so she had an under setting to record and kind of explore. So she went in there to do that, and then use the bathroom as you do in one, because might as well while we're here. And that is what she was doing.
As you were in this bathroom and you were sort of fiddling about, you were in there barely any time at all. You've been fiddling about, making sure these things can't be found, and basically doing what Dot would do. And you hear behind you JD's voice as she sort of comes into the bathroom looking for you. As you turn, you see a huge, almost blinding flash of white light, like a flashbang. And your ears start to ring and your vision is blurred, like someone has just flashed a camera in your face. You see colorful spots and you see JD thrown against this bathroom wall. You hear her head just crack slightly against the tiles as she slumps down. And behind you, you hear another voice as 2 arms wrap around you, one hand over your mouth. You hear, "I'm sorry." And there's another flash of white light. Again, just as blinding as the first. It feels like some time goes past until you can feel like your head hurts and you feel nauseous, like really, really nauseous as your stomach turns and churns, but you feel those cold tiles on the floor and at your back. And you were in the same bathroom, but JD isn't up against the wall. She's not here. But there is someone crouched looking at you, leather jacket on, jeans, a helmet, like a bike helmet on. So, look, you're gonna feel like this. I just need you to breathe. Just breathe. How are you feeling?
I feel like I just got the shit kicked out of me. Who are you?
Okay, don't freak out.
No, I won't freak out. I'll kick your ass. Who the hell are you?
And the head sort of like goes down with a laugh. It's like, oh, same old Dot. It's so good to hear. And okay, I need you to just trust me for a moment.
Alice, what are you about to do to me? I sort of, out of character, I swear to God, Alice. I swear to God, Alice.
And a hand reaches out and touches your shoulder. She says, Dot, don't freak out. And we're going to hop over to everyone else who is still currently in the clinic. The old clinic, the one that had been completely abandoned. And you see Coil slump, almost not fold in on themselves. It doesn't drop. It's a very methodical sort of transform down. And the lights that show their expressions switch off. And as their arm falls to the side, as Soren sort of catches them at the back, you see a beep, that red light of Dot's bracelet suddenly appear again on the screen. On the same level where you left her.
I'm resending all of the worried messages that I sent before. Just resend on all of them.
You can hit resend, and still, over and over again, you get that same message back. Location does not exist.
Artie, is my bracelet broken? Because
No, my bracelet's broken.
Your bracelet is extremely broken.
Yeah.
Does anyone have a working bracelet? I think mine is. It's not getting messages through to Dot, and Coil's whatever biosensor thing is saying that Dot is back on the floor where we left her.
Okay. Should we go back there? JD, what does your bracelet say?
What does my bracelet say?
Your bracelet shows you that Dot has been identified back in the building. It's like a blip, like the life signs, very much like with a lot of normal readings that you probably had as a group. She was gone, and now, bang, she's back. That it's almost like there was a blip.
So maybe this is her message, right? I mean, she disappeared without telling us, and now she's telling us she's reappearing.
I mean, I'm extremely happy to find that Dot is not gone.
No,
I mean, I still think the bracelet's broken. Should we go back? I mean, we're already pushing our luck with 2 times. We didn't knock Tom out, so we can't claim that he's seeing things.
We gotta go back, right?
Out?
Soren is just holding onto Coil, who is completely collapsed, and actually starts to fold them up like a bike. Like, you know, when you get those collapsible bikes, she's just making her smaller and slowly just starting to pick her up.
Oh my, okay. Yeah. As we do first, I can run that check on Coil just to make sure there's no like malicious.
Oh, what?
Oh,
Okay, so
Hi
Coil,
guys, we're back.
yeah, hi. So Coil has folded. Well, Soren has IKEA packed Coil effectively. And JD was just talking about what she was going to. Well, continue, JD.
Yeah. So I think we should take care of the Dot thing first. I think that's priority, and I honestly think it could be Dot sending us a message. But I can also, while Coil's out, check for that malicious software we talked about, just to make sure, you know, they're not programmed for violence or anything particularly evil.
We should also we should figure out what's going on with Coil. Why? I mean, the test that whatever we did shouldn't have knocked her out, or I don't know, short-circuited. Is that proper?
Yeah, no. They should have been fine. It was just a pretty routine, like, software check, but
I don't know. Maybe it was something I did. Maybe I wasn't supposed to meddle in that.
No, I'm sure it helped. It's just, well, it's our first time blending technology and magic, and there was a glitch. Next time, we'll learn from it.
I guess. I'll try not to use magic if I can help it. Maybe?
No, I don't think that's the lesson we should take away here.
I haven't done magic on robots. Except for, like, breaking things.
Right.
So
Maybe,
really,
I mean, maybe there's like a difference between technology and organic material people?
Artie?
Artie?
Confirm or deny?
I don't know anything about robots or magic. And I was going to ask JD, I don't really need to do this aside because I could just ask this in front of you. Hey, JD, I'm kind of worried that I was too hard on Coil earlier because I was thinking about this for the last 5 or 6 seconds. Coil's only been like alive, like sapient for like 2 days. And I think I was expecting a lot more from her like I would from Soren or Kevin. I mean, does she have a lot of memories to build off of at this point?
I mean, I think they have like a lot of files and the memories aren't really as accessible. Like they have memories, right? Stored. But that doesn't mean they remember them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so they're gonna need some time to process all of this stuff. And
Yeah.
I think maybe I was too hard because I really flipped out when they knocked out Rebecca.
I understand that. Okay, wait. They knocked out Rebecca?
Yeah, and they have knives in their arms.
I know they have knives in their
I mean, that's a lot of possibilities for attacking people.
No, I get that. I think I just want to check the de-escalation software to make sure that it isn't anything created with malicious intent.
Sure. Yeah, so I just need to treat Coil like they're still learning, and that should make things better.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's a good plan. And remember to be kind to them because that'll help them learn.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I can really talk. It's not like I know what I'm doing.
Do any of us know what we're doing besides Dot?
Vestal's doing great. You're doing fine, right? I mean...
I just got off the phone with my therapist.
You just downloaded Robot's Memories twice in the last 2 days. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm doing okay most of the time, and then something comes out of the blue and totally surprises you and gets you and feels like it disrupts all the hard work you've been doing. But then you grow from that and move on.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on, and we've got 2 weeks, and it's going to rain when it's 2:30, right?
2, right? 2?
Right.
Isn't it just
2?
2 o'clock?
I am bad at math today. Clocks. I don't have my comms
Are these
anymore.
watches broken?
Yeah.
No, I did an experiment with Coil. It's very broken.
Oh, yes.
Well, smashed it.
Yeah.
And you
just
hear
fun.
Soren behind you saying, "We are picking up life signs of Dot. But does that mean we go and speak to Tom again?"
Okay, see, here's the thing. We've been talking philosophy, and that's great. I do think we've got to have some sort of plan, and I don't think Coil should go in. Probably. I could go in and say I think I left something in the bathroom.
Yeah. I mean, it's Dot. I kind of figure she's going to be outside by the time we get there, and she may be shooting people. So maybe we should be there to back her up.
It's really a good idea, but I'm kind of running low. It's been a long day, and I haven't. And I'm just gonna try and make sparks, and you can see it's just nothing's happening right now.
I mean, I don't think. Do we really think Dot's in trouble?
I mean, in trouble might be objective. I don't know. She could be having a hard time with things.
You saw the video I saw of her touching the keeper robot that is Coil at Adam Watson's enclosure, right? I mean,
No, I just, and that's, I'm shook. But honestly, I trust her, and I feel like she's telling me something.
okay, I'm gonna do a what would Dot do already is right now. There's 2 motorbikes. There's 2 bikes. If you don't want to go, I'm gonna go by myself.
No, I want to go. I think me saying I left something in the bathroom is a great excuse to get in there.
Yeah, I should not talk to those people. I should just stay outside if that's what it takes, but let's go over there and help Dot.
And Vestal, I don't want you to spend any more energy if at all possible. Like, don't strain yourself, okay?
Okay. I mean, I'll come. I'd rather be able to be there and do something if something flips on its head. So.
Should I go with you, JD?
I think it might be best, but that I'm not sure carrying Coil under your arm is the best plan.
It's just you see her sort of
Soren,
register that.
you didn't knock anyone out, right?
I am not built for... What is it Coil called it?
De-escalation.
De-escalation.
Yeah.
I do not have knives or paddles.
Good, that's good. I don't recommend knocking people out as a general rule. Okay, then I'm going to leave Coil here with one of the extra battery packs that we brought and see if that gives them a little bit of a boost. Hopefully by the time we get back, they'll be fully charged and I can run some scans just to see about their software. And in the meantime, we go get Dot.
Yeah.
Okay. And Soren just sort of falls and stands upright. Bless you, Renee. And as are you walking back to the building? I'm assuming Vestal's staying here with Coil.
I can stay, or... Yeah, I can stay.
I just proposed we left Coil behind to charge, because no one's going into the clinic.
I mean, you can go, Vestal. I'm just checking who is going.
I'm gonna write a short note that just says "Don't leave," and then like flip it so that it can sit up like it's a triangle, so it's sitting on the table, so that when she wakes up.
Way to freak her out. That's how she woke up last time.
I didn't think about that, and I'm not going to think about it anymore.
You can leave this small note for Coil as Coil is folded up into this charging thing, and you can see on that screen dots as it's loading as she charges. And you can walk back out of the clinic where you see this building where you know the Scream children are. And I'm assuming walk straight in with confidence. Is that what you're doing? How are you walking in there? Or is Artie staying outside?
Well, it sounded like JD had an idea, and I think we should probably let her act on that. I mean, once the lighting is right.
Renee's like, rave.
I can definitely, I think, send messages to Renee or to JD, sorry. I can't Dot, but I think if JD's in trouble, she can send me a message. It's okay.
Yeah. Something like that. Sorry, I don't know what lights work in my apartment yet. I don't know which one does what.
The 4 of you are stood outside this reception.
Okay. Wait, who is at the reception?
Us 3, including...
All 4 of you are stood. You're not in the reception, you're outside the building.
Oh, okay. I was like, Dama Rebecca. I am going to take a deep breath and check the reading I have on Dot, and make sure that it's something I feel is accessible still and that she hasn't moved or changed or whatever.
Yeah, it's very much reading. Life signs are fine, and the location is still in the bathroom, which is where we're gonna hop back to right now. Dot, this person is crouched down, this crash helmet on their head. They've reached out to you, and this is a very feminine hand that is rested on your shoulder. Not Adam Watson, I'm sorry.
That's fine. That's better. That's fine. Yeah.
And the hand reaches out to you. It's like, okay, just don't freak out, okay? It's so good to see you. I mean, look, just hear me out, okay?
All right. I'm hearing you out. I'm hearing you out, but you're taking a really long time to
Are you
answer.
breathing? Like, hear me out. Look, I haven't got a table of understanding here.
I'm going to throw the dagger in my pants at you. I have a dagger strapped to my leg. I'm going to throw it at you if you don't give me some fucking answers.
You still keep that there? And as you do, as this person pulls this motorcycle helmet off, you see a Wizmo pop up from underneath the lapel of this leather jacket with a woman stood there.
Who is it, Alex?
Short pixie cut hair with a tinted pink fringe. As this looks like JD, but she looks about 20 years older. She's like, so good to see you. I can't. Oh my God, there you are. You're. Like, as she gets up and starts shaking her hands out, and it's just like, breathe. Are you okay? It feels weird the first time it happens, okay? Like, if you need to be sick, be sick. Like, if anything, it's great we're in a bathroom.
Who the fuck are you?
It's me. It's JD.
All right, so so JD walked into the bathroom before someone knocked my lights out with some lights, and it was the JD of the 26-ish-year-old variety, and nothing personal, but you seem to have you seem to be a little.
I'm sorry, she couldn't see me. I didn't know. Well, I did know she was gonna walk in, but.
So you flashbanged all of us. Why did you come to harass me in the bathroom?
I didn't flashbang you. I just that was a complete mistake. Okay, I would never
Okay. In the realm of complete mistakes, when did you time travel? That's a fun question. That's a fun question we have.
It's kind of my job now.
Okay.
Look, it's arty. Like, and you see this Wizmo sort of hop out from underneath the lapel and sort of look at you, trot over to you and poke you a little bit with this spanner. It's so good to see you.
You say that like something has happened to me, future JD. What happened to me, future JD?
I can't say because
I'm going to kill the future JD. That's so sad. It's so sad to think that I have to kill the future JD right now.
Don't kill me, I'm adorable.
I say.
All right. Well, this has been fun, but unless you can give me answers that I need, I'm going to stand up and walk out of this bathroom.
The time I just took you from in 2 weeks from now, something is going to happen.
Okay. The time you just took me from, where am I right now?
We're here about 8-9 years ago, same building. Okay? In 2 days, Adam Watson will break out of this facility. But I need you to imprint on Coil. Otherwise, Coil is never going to find you. You are the one who had contact with Crowbar, and that is how they find Crowbar and how they find you. You shook Crowbar's hand. It's there.
What happens happens in 2 weeks, future JD?
In 2 weeks, there is no Eden.
Oh. Well, why us, future JD?
Because for some reason, you got in the way in the first point, okay? This is not something I'm... Yeah.
I got in the way.
Yes, because you triggered the reaction. You were supposed to kill Adam Watson.
I did kill Adam Watson.
Yes, you did. So now you start off a chain reaction. Don't you think it was too easy to kill him? You danced with the man and then you stabbed him. He had no resistance whatsoever. And you can see JD getting a little bit emotional and just shaking a little bit, like trembling. Dot, you are family to me, okay? You need to just trust me on this, and you can't tell JD you've seen me. You can tell Artie, you can tell Coil, you can tell Vestal, you can tell Soren.
Why can't I tell you? I'm sorry, you, past you.
Because then this meeting won't happen.
All right, this is some timey-wimey bullshit right now.
Yes, I know. Tell me about it. When it first happened to me, it took me 5 goes before I stopped.
Where's everyone else 20 years from now? Is everyone else okay?
Soren's waiting outside.
All right, what about Artie? What about Vestal? What about Coil? Did you just so happen to be the only one who made it out of all of us?
She sits back. Look. What happens in 2 weeks' time? I don't know what you do, but you get in the way. All of you do. Because she has so many chances at this, and this could be her last, okay? I've had this conversation with you so many times in this bathroom.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And she like puts her body, and she's just leaning against this nasty toilet, and she's just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. So let's have this, let's just go through this. In 2 weeks' time, my time, not the time that I'm currently in, because I'm about to go walk into an area with a baby Adam Watson. Even though, couldn't I just kill him now? We're not going to go down that road. I don't want to deal with the timey-wimey bullshit. I really just don't. So you would like me to step back into time, imprint on Coil, so then Coil can return to the time, and then all of us have to hope for the fucking best to make the right decision, or we're all going to die, and then you're going to come back to life and continue living on and become this weird space robot who travels back and forth through time because Eden doesn't exist to try and stop the end of the world. Do I just have it clear? Have I painted the picture for you, future JD? I love present JD, but future JD, you are getting on my nerves.
I know you say that every single time.
You should probably try a new approach.
I can't.
God, I hate this.
Look, I don't need you to take Coil back with you. I need you to imprint on Coil. Otherwise, Coil won't be found by Crowbar. And therefore, you won't meet Crowbar. And therefore, Coil won't meet you.
Okay.
And
maybe
you won't find the Screen Children. And you won't be here. Look, I don't get it. I don't get it half the time anyway. I just know I came back to you at this point.
Couldn't you have come at a different time?
It doesn't quite work like that.
I hate this. I hate this.
I know you do.
And I hate you right now.
So many time frames that I've come to you, you hate this. Okay, this is the best one I've got.
All right, well, I'm still going to probably die at the end of this one too, so hopefully the next time you come visit me, you'll come a little bit friendlier. Maybe not knock anyone out. Did you knock yourself out last time too?
Well, yeah.
Do you knock yourself out every time?
No, I try to get the timing on the step, but it's a different me each time, so it's kind of a first time, but it's not. Look, I don't get it, okay? This does it, and she points to this massive, I was like, bracelet, this chunky, big, over-the-top thing. Okay? But I need you to go in that corridor. Just do the thing, okay?
How many times have I refused to do the thing?
You've done it every single time.
God, it does sound like me. I hate you so much. Oh.
If anyone's going to come back and convince you, Dot, who do you think it was going to be?
Is she saying that as like Dot is like using the back of the toilet seat to hoist herself up, and she like rubs her forehead?
I'm sorry about the whole headache thing. I can't help that. You just kind of get used to it.
Is there anything you can tell me that I could use to my advantage this time around? A single fucking thing that you have never told me that might help me this time around?
Oh, you have succeeded every time around. I'm not the one being thrown back because I want to. There is a woman that you're, that Artie and Vestal and me have seen on the CCTV, the woman with the dark hair. She is the reason I'm having to come back and do this, okay? Or forward, or whatever this is, okay? Because each time you succeed, she fails. So she is coming back one last time to try and do this, and she has an advantage this time, okay? An advantage she didn't have before.
Okay, and what is the what advantages do we get?
The person who normally stops her, okay? The person who normally stops her, the person we all saw in those photos. She's got hold of her. The one who used to come and visit Adam Watson wasn't the I can't say her name. The blonde one, she can't. She's not coming in to check on Adam Watson to break her out. She's coming in to make sure he's still there. The other one is trying to break her out.
So the brown-haired one breaks him out. The blonde keeps him in. She now has the blonde one. We need to save the blonde one, I'm guessing.
Look, the one with the dark hair, Dawn, she calls herself sometimes. I don't really get it. But
I mean, a dawn of a new day.
She doesn't break him out. She doesn't. She doesn't break him out. She does something. He breaks out. And my cat just scared the bejeebers out of me as he came in the room. Hello. As soon as it happens, it will trigger something and you will go back. You just need to imprint the coil. Please.
What am I supposed to tell everyone? Because I have to tell JD something.
Yeah,
that I traveled through time. Can I tell her that I traveled through time as long as I don't tell her you took me?
Why not? You got 2 weeks left.
Fucking A, I swear to God. What happens if we fail this time? You're making it seem like some big thing. We're just gonna do it again?
No. You don't do it again after this.
I guess in all of the timelines, there has to be a last one. It just has to be the one that I remember. And as she says that, she like kind of just walks out of the bathroom like, this is fantastic. Just go harass strong space version of Coil, the one that's dangerous. And okay, I'll do. Okay, that's fine.
Coil wasn't made dangerous. Crowbar did that.
Oh my god, there's so much. Crowbar's a scary bitch. I don't care what anyone said.
Yeah,
Rest in
she
peace,
was.
that scary bitch.
Yeah, she was.
And as she says that, she walks out of the bathroom. Rest in peace, that scary bitch.
And you walk out into that same corridor, the same one you walked along. It looks, maybe the only difference is you can smell like fresh paint, like that's literally it, or something like you can smell bleach where someone has cleaned the floor. And the corridor is empty, but you can see down the hallway the room where you went. Dot. I wouldn't ask this if I didn't have to. I'm still JD. Older, yes, but I'm still JD.
I know, JD. I know.
I don't have a table of understanding right now.
I'm sorry, we have a what? I've been in a bathroom. I don't know what's going on.
No.
Touch the coil. Go back. Find the blonde woman. Maybe? I don't know. Stop the end of the world. Cool. Got it. 4 steps. Great.
Yeah.
It'll be easy. I mean, come on. Just like you said, I twirled around with Adam Watson, stabbed him right in the chest. It's all meant to happen. Or something.
I can't tell you too much because otherwise you could try and do something sooner or later or do it differently, and then I don't know what's going to happen.
Isn't that a good thing, JD? Isn't changing the history of constant having to go back, constant having to watch us die, constant having to try again?
Not
Oh,
if
that's,
I tell you what you did right the first time, because she already knows what you're going to do because you've already done it.
So I have to do something completely different. Without knowing what I did the first time. All right, do I just wait for Coil to appear, or?
Coil will come up to the mirror if you're there. It's how they interact.
All right, well. This is the last time, future JD.
I hope so.
The right one.
Yeah.
If not, is Kevin okay?
Kevin is okay. A bit burnt, but he's okay.
What about the other bots?
Turkey Burger? Yeah. Bash is very much living in Sorin right now. Doesn't like what's outside.
I don't want to know. I mean, I do, but I know you won't tell me, so. Let's get to here.
And you can walk up. You can see she stays back as if she doesn't want to be seen on the
On a
CCTV.
camera.
And as you stand, it's like it's up again, that one-way mirror where you
I can see an adolescent Adam Watson.
You can see a very young Adam Watson.
I'll say, I mean, Dot's like, what, 12 right now, so, I mean, he's got to be like, what, 14, 15?
Yeah.
And I see Coil.
You can see Coil just stood as those screens are reeling in all those images.
And I look back and I kind of like,
At that, you see Coil turn their head and turn their head back to the young Adam Watson. He says, "Please keep working. and walks over to you and holds out a hand, and you feel like a static, not like a pain, like a static running through your fingers. Greetings, I'm Coil.
Nice to meet you, Coil. I'm Dot.
Nice to meet you, Dot.
We're gonna be good friends. Just wait.
The head tilts. How interesting. What is friend?
No. Give it about 8 years and hopefully I'll have 2 weeks to teach you.
I shall wait then. But now, and sort of looks back over this young Adam Watson just sat in the chair, reeling past. I must attend to my duties.
Yeah, you do. All right, Coil. Keep an eye on him for me.
I shall. Dot. And Coil's hand drops and walks back forward towards Adam Watson, whose chair spins a little bit. Who are you talking to, Coil? And Coil looks down. I think a friend. And a 14-year-old Adam Watson looks back at the wall, just confused. Huh. Okay. Come on, I'm failing this. And turns back and looks at the screen. And you hear JD's voice from just further away. Thank you.
Yep. Now how the fuck do I go back to my JD?
Okay. I'm going to apologize once more. And she holds her hand out and she rests a hand on your shoulder. She's like, it was really good to see you. And then there was a flash of white light. And you're stood in the corridor. And Tom, this person you haven't met, because they beat the crap out of Rebecca, so someone had to come in and take her shift, stands there at the end of the corridor. Stands there at the end of the corridor like, oh, hi,
You're not Rebecca.
I am not. No. Hi, I'm Tom. Were you at the tour earlier?
I was, but I mean, we weren't, really close. I mean, they're not really, we were with the tour group. I was in the restroom handling some things. I haven't taken some medicine, morning sickness. I hope you understand. I've just been quite...
Yes, of course, please.
Yeah, actually, I think I'm gonna go out and get some fresh air. I just, your
friends have left, sorry.
That's fine. I just, the baby needs me to go lay down. I'm gonna go lay down. And she's gonna just kind of walk kind of with this face. She kind of holds her hand up and like one hand to her stomach and she's like, the stairs are... Sorry.
There is an elevator if you would prefer.
Oh, no. Stairs are good for me and the baby. I won't be able to,
okay.
I'll get fat and won't be able to walk. It's the whole thing. She puts her hand on the railing and starts making her way down the stairs. Like, she keeps looking back at him like, where the fuck did he even come from?
And as you're walking down the stairs, JD, Vestal, and Artie, and Soren, are you stepping in to the lobby effectively? Yeah.
Yeah, I go into the lobby because my plan is to tell them I left something in the bathroom. Oh, bummer. It's very important.
Yeah.
A whole me in the bathroom.
Yeah, a whole Dot in there. And you see Dot coming down the stairs looking very queasy.
Was I talking to, like, was there anyone in the lobby area?
No, it looked like you actually saw Tom disappear up the stairs briefly when he thought he heard something.
Okay. Oh, look, I found what I left in the bathroom, and then I'm gonna like run over to her and
gentle touch, soft touch.
yeah. Did you get knocked out too?
Let's to the clinic.
Okay. Do you need to ride Soren?
I can carry you, Dot.
We're gonna go with the solid. Yeah, that sounds like a nice thing, Soren. You can.
Okay.
And there's a nod and just a very, very gentle sort of scoop up. And she starts to walk back out the door with you. What are Artie and Vestal doing as this happens?
We're just gonna wait just outside, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think everything should be fine. Hey Vestal, are you pretty good at talking to people?
I mean, kind of. I did it for a while.
Yeah, I mean, you had people coming in the shop all the time, right? I gotta talk to Soren. I gotta say something. It's like everything is getting really weird, and I feel like I'm not saying things to people.
I mean, you shouldn't feel any, I don't know. Does it feel unusual to talk to Soren about things?
I feel like I'm feeling like I'm in a lot of pressure. Like I'm supposed to be doing stuff or know how to do stuff, and I don't know how to do it. And I feel like I'm kind of disappointing everyone. But I gotta like say something to her, right? Because I don't think that I haven't talked to her in like 2 days.
I mean, we've been around her. I'd be. You probably.
Yeah,
should...
we've all been around her at the same time. I haven't been saying anything, and I don't want you to have to read my mind again to get all this out. But it's like I'm not really talking to anybody any more than that. And the Coil thing, I wasn't thinking about the fact that Coil's only been aware for a couple of days when I was thinking about the fact that she has knives in her arms and she knocked someone out.
I mean, I guess robots are kind of a special case because they can look like they're adults, but also not know anything, kind of, you know?
Yeah, that's how I feel, exactly like that. Like I'm the robot in this case, so.
I think
so,
we just maybe need practice. And I'm sure Soren would be really happy to hear what's on your mind.
I mean, we were doing stuff together all the time, and I feel like a week ago we just like hit a wall, and I haven't been talking to anybody about anything, and I'm feeling like a lot of like frustration or anger about it, and this breaking into places and people getting knocked unconscious is a lot.
You see, you're telling me this, but you could be telling her this.
That is the kind of reason I'm telling you this, because I don't think of those things. And also I was kind of hoping that Soren was going to stay outside, but she's watching JD, which makes sense because there's 3,000 people in there that are all potential serial killers. And I mean, I can't fault that logic.
I think it's not that you have trouble talking to someone. You might just need a push to talk to Soren. And if you said all the things to them that you said to me just now, you'd be at a pretty good start.
Yeah, I just kind of have to figure out who I have to say what to, don't I? Because I need to apologize to Coil, not just tell you guys about what I'm saying. And I need to talk to Soren about how I'm feeling about Soren. And I need to stop yelling at JD about Kevin, the microwave that can't tell the difference between a banana and a burrito. I mean, he does food all day long, and I barely know what I'm doing. Yeah, Yeah, I just need to talk at the right people. That's really good advice.
I'm glad if I helped at all. I'm good with customers and stuff, but I don't really talk much to people beyond that. Besides you,
Yeah, I mean you're you're always helping me.
I do my best.
I get used to talking to JD because I kind of understand what she's thinking about, and Dot is scary, and I feel like I ask you a lot of questions because I expect you're going to know the answers. But how are you doing?
I am doing all right. I'm worried, I guess, about you three and kind of all the things that I realized that I don't know.
What about you? You saw the other lady with the crystal in there. Is that a thing that's like weird?
It's not usual at all. I have never seen another person with one in my life. Besides myself.
Okay.
So, not usual at all. And I still don't know really what it is. So I'm just kind of guessing and hoping that everything turns out all right.
Okay. And you're okay.
I'm okay. Maybe a little rest, but I'm just worried about
Okay.
If you need to talk about anything, I'm still here. And Soren's great to talk to you too, but if you ever need to talk about other things, you can't talk about Soren with him also around.
Yeah. Thanks, Festal.
Of course.
And at that, you see Soren walk, very tall, very well out, with Dot. Just stop, looks at both of you. We have located Dot. We are now returning to the clinic, and starts sort of walking, glances back briefly. Is everyone okay?
It's getting there, yeah.
Then to the clinic, and Dot, describe how you look in Soren's arms right now.
So Dot is a naturally small built person. She's, very thin. I mean, she's agile, but she's not muscular by any means. She's very agile. She can about pull her weight, but she's also not very tall. But normally she makes up for that with, gusto and like fiery fury. She looks very tiny. Probably looks around like 7 years younger, as her face, like all of the confidence is kind of just washed. And she's kind of just curled up almost like a child in Soren's arms. And she's clutching each of her arms like this. And she's just kind of looking off into the distance, like very 1,000-mile stare. Like she's just little. She looks very small and very scared. Treats for Alice.
Treats for Alice.
You looked so happy. That was pure joy.
Steamed buns for Alice. Yeah. And Soren has paused and looked at everyone, waited for JD to also catch up with the group. We should retire to the clinic. I believe Dot needs aid.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea.
While Alice eats her bun, she's forced to share. We all get on our motorbikes, our skybikes, and go back to the clinic.
I've just been told they're not done, but I've taken a bite.
Not done like they're
face
raw,
is so
or like they should be
They're
more
not
warm.
run, they should be warmer. Otherwise, I would have not just wanted that. But yeah,
I've just had a terrible time with a can opener and toast, and my microwave isn't working, so I have to boil water.
I pace back and forth desperately to try and eat food.
God damn it!
I ended up stabbing a hole in the top of the can and moving it to another container, but it's
You were doing that. I was like, oh my god, don't stab yourself.
If we get the right clip too, it looks like you're stabbing something when you're making your toast on the corner of the camera. So look forward to that. Very much so like that. You'll see.
I'm just, it's fine.
Soren,
I finally have toast.
yeah, I have toast.
Finally. It's been an hour since we started this game. It's fine.
But Soren, you can walk to the clinic. Soren doesn't fold out into a bike. She walks with Dot.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like she can put her down. And just pushes the door open. You can see Coil in this small, almost box shape charging up as Soren doesn't put you down, Dot. She just stands in the clinic.
JD doesn't say anything, but she keeps sparing concerned looks towards Dot.
What happened to Coil?
Coil is charging.
Yeah. That.
Okay. JD, did something happen to you?
What? I mean, I got knocked out in the bathroom. Did you get knocked out in the bathroom? That's why I asked if you got knocked out too.
That's what... No, I didn't get knocked out in the bathroom. Did you find anything? Also,
No.
who was the man there? Wasn't there a woman originally, or am I going crazy?
No, there was
No,
a
yeah,
woman.
apparently. Never mind.
What?
The woman. What
yeah.
happened to the woman? Friends?
Coil happened.
I think Coil may have de-escalated the tour guide.
And we went into her office, and I don't know if Coil panicked or what, but
Did she kill her?
no, she didn't kill her, thankfully. She just hit her over the head with one of her paddles
Oh.
and knocked her unconscious very quickly without her seeing. And I, in an attempt to make it look like an accident, took one of the screens off the wall and dropped it on the floor so that it smashed. And it made... Listen.
Listen and breathe. Please keep breathing. Breathe.
Oh my god, don't tell me that ever again, please, please, JD. Please do not ever tell me to breathe ever again. I can't handle hearing you say that ever again. Oh my god. Is there anything in the office at least? Please tell me you found something in the
What did
office.
I do?
Dawn. Did we find anything about Dawn?
Who?
What?
Dawn?
I think I'm crying.
Okay, who's Dawn?
Oh my god, I don't know, but we're all going to die in 2 weeks.
What?
This is... What?
We don't really know what's going to happen in 2 weeks. I
No,
mean,
I do know what's going to happen in 2 weeks. I do know what's going to happen in 2 weeks because I spent my time traveling, not to the future, but to the past. Also,
What?
Adam Watson at 14 looks just as much like a shithead as he is now, or did before we killed him a year ago.
Wait.
That's a fun fact. Did you also know that I had to imprint on Coil from the past? I had to go in the past and finger touch Coil through a fucking magic door.
Yeah, we actually did know that.
Wait, no, is that what I saw?
That makes a lot of sense now. That's weird, but makes sense.
No. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
What did you
but
see?
Okay,
JD, you want to play that?
yeah, sure. I can pull it back up, right? The file?
Yeah,
no,
you copied all the files you have.
Yeah, I'm gonna just pull it up, I think, on my watch to show her.
And Dot, you see yourself, because it's silent, it's CCTV, walk over to where very young Adam Watson's screen is and place your hand, hello Raiders, on the one-way mirror.
Hello, Raiders.
Hello. Welcome to the chaos.
Hello, Raiders. I have
We're
anxiety.
having emotions.
This is a good time to jump in. After all the exposition, before we do anything about it.
When we're just freaking out about it. Dot, are you okay?
No, I just time traveled.
Okay, fair.
And
I'm not allowed to tell you to breathe, but do you need anything? Also, is there anything else I'm not allowed to tell you?
No, it's just that I've heard it a lot. I can't explain it. I can't tell anyone. Apparently, it's a secret only I can know. Only I can know about what happened in that scary bathroom experience of time travel. Also, sorry you got knocked out. The time travel thing knocked you out because you weren't supposed to be there. I don't know.
At that, a flap opens on Soren's shoulder, and you see the Wizmo jump out, walk over, and just pat you on the head as RT.
Thank you, RT.
I'm sorry, RT. I didn't mean to be terrified by your existence. It's just horrifying right now. Everything is terrifying. We all die in 2 weeks. Fun fact, so does all of Eden. Eden gets destroyed in 2 weeks, guys. I hope that was one of the things I was allowed to tell you because I had a list of things I was supposed to keep secret.
Okay, I don't mean to cut in and make this sound weird, but we have been without food a long time, and I don't know how time travel works on hunger. And
Food sounds good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds great. I might throw up. Do we have something like a broth? Like noodles?
Yeah, I'm sure we could find a noodle guy.
is there a noodle guy in the Blue District? I sure hope so.
It's a whole district. They've got to have something, right?
I mean, I can just go out and try and find something and bring it back. Then maybe we could clear a space in here.
Maybe I should go.
Guys, I'm sorry. I feel like everyone's kind of just dodging the subject of the entire world is going to end in 2 weeks' time. And I don't know if prioritizing finding a noodle man in the Blue District is the priority. I'm okay with not eating noodles. The world is going to end in 2 weeks' time.
Okay,
We're all going to die.
Okay.
We're all going to die, except for like one of us. And I'm not allowed to say who. This is fun, guys. I'm having a fun game. I'm having a fun time. This is fun.
Okay, wait. Why aren't you allowed to say who? Why aren't you allowed to tell us all these secrets? What?
Apparently, if I say it will happen worse or something won't happen and everything will be timey-wimey. Apparently, I interrupted something at some point in time, so I had to be the one who had a time traveled imprint with Coil, so that way Crowbar could find us.
Dot, you seem stressed. Do we need a table of understanding? JD.
What is this table of understanding?
It's something that my family does. You know, like, remember the time that Artie kept leaving his shoes in the middle of the living room and we sat down at the table of understanding to talk to him about why we would like him to have his shoes in his room? Because We
That's
all
fine.
wanted to come from a place of understanding, right?
Right. And then I had to explain it wasn't me, it was RT kept moving my shoes because he didn't think shoes belong near the door, and we never would have solved that.
Okay.
And this
Sure,
Gizmo looks very miffed by that and sort of goes back into the little slot on Soren's shoulder pad.
And none of us would have understood if we hadn't had. We were getting so mad at Artie, and it was actually RT the whole time. Roommate problems. Roommate and robot family problems.
all right, let's
Imagine RT grabbing Artie's.
That is what I'm drawing next. Like,
well, the worst thing about it too is I'm imagining right now like everyone laughing as they remember this, as like Dot is like curled up inside of Soren, like
Yeah, and I'm mentally like doing the X card because I don't wear shoes in the house, and I'm like trying to imagine a house I can wear shoes in that does not compute. So
it is literally RT running around with shoes, placing them.
It's
in
it's definitely not for
I
birds,
love
it's
it.
for legs. Which is something I don't think I'll ever be able to live down.
I mean,
Also, I've
let's be honest
decided
then.
every time someone has a conspiracy, I'm going to reply with a picture of a bird with legs, just so you know, so I don't.
Perfect.
Do you realize how many conspiracies we have? Can you find that many gifts right now, Alice?
Oh, I was talking to Avery about finding pictures of birds and drawing legs on them for things. Sorry, please carry on.
That's going to be all
what
of our
were we
commissioned art.
talking about? I'm just picturing RT now.
RT with legs.
Let's all sit at a table. I think I might have ramen or something packed in a bag.
Oh, I'm
You did
sorry. I'm going to
pack
interject
some.
again. I do think after that conversation, that table of understanding conversation, we all started leaving our shoes at the door.
Dot doesn't ever take her damn shoes off. Let's be real. She's got to go at a moment's notice. She has like wipes though. She'll like wipe her shoes before she goes in.
I love that.
That's
Shoes
the
is
compromise
on the
we came to at the table of understanding.
Everyone has like a stack of shoes and stuff, like a little spot for them, and there's like a little case to close it, and it's like for RT to avoid, like right out of RT's reach. You would have to like really go out of the way to like maneuver them. That was like, that's a nice rule and all, but we'll put a trash can right next to it because I'm not taking
I
my
love
shoes
that
off.
it's gone timey-wimey, but you were like, look, guys, look, I put my shoes outside, okay? Blame the Wizmo.
Yeah, no, it's a hey, pause. Let's figure out this thing that we did as friends in this past year that we didn't know. Okay, let's resume the trauma now. Thanks.
Hey, Dot. I have a theory about this whole thing. You are the only person in this group who's going to be able to deal with this. I mean, it makes sense. It had to be you. I'm sorry that we can't process this more quickly, but I mean, you're going to have to be the one who handles this.
You're right.
We're going to do whatever we can to help you, though. I hacked into the computer at that center. I still have pulled down all those records.
Oh my god, imagine if I time traveled.
I mean, it's going to be Dot, right? I mean,
No, yeah, I couldn't time travel at all.
I could totally see Vestal doing it, to be frank, Vestal.
I love you, Renee.
So instead of theorizing, because it's against the rules to say who it is, how about we sit and I'll tell you everything in a more concise, maybe a little bit less freaked out manner, so that way we can figure this out.
I do lean over to Artie and say, it's Vestal, it's totally Vestal.
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
I will say I once thought I did time travel it, or did a time travel, and I figured out I actually fell asleep at the desk at the shop, and I didn't remember going to sleep.
I once thought I did a time travel.
It's so good. I also think that Alice got a bun that has a different bite out of it than the bun she took a bite out of. And she's trying to prove this.
I'm not eating this, but you try it, see if it's all right.
She's matching the dental marks, dental
I'm
imprints.
very curious.
That is hot. That is hot.
It looks so good. I'm actually so jealous.
Hashtag
And
I did a
also-
time travel.
Yeah.
Angular time travel.
I love that Vestal doesn't know if she's time traveled or not. She's like, maybe once. I don't know.
We can compare notes later, Vestal. We can compare notes.
But Thorin
I
just sits where she is, still holding Dot. As soon as Dot says, we should sit down and talk. Are we not getting food for Dot?
It's okay.
No, I think we should. Let's can you pull up a map of noodles in the area?
Y'all.
The world is ending, but we still need to eat.
You were in that
You can
clinic
tell the people in this
for...
group were raised by parents.
I am the parent.
She just like kind of rolls her head around, like she's just reaching like this is the most childish Dot you've ever seen her, and she's kind of like, oh my god.
You will
Okay.
feel kind of better after food. I mean, I can't guarantee like the traumatic stuff will be fixed.
Okay.
But you need
So-
something on your stomach to settle it.
Okay, as long as it doesn't make me throw up, because apparently sometimes you just puke. Time travel apparently makes you vomit. Fun fact. I didn't do it, but who knows?
Did you puke when you time traveled, Vestal?
Vestal's now like the professional, like the expert in time travel. I did this once.
Dot, someone who's experienced time travel. No questions. Vestal, how did you do it?
Maybe I've just done it a lot without thinking about it. And then maybe I threw up when I started doing it and forgot that it was something that you do when you time travel. That makes sense.
No, nothing makes sense right now, Vestal. Someone just ordered the fucking noodles. And she just
Sorry,
like
what spots are nearby?
head back, like, and she's like hair, like her hood falls back, and like two like little leg spiders are just clinging for dear life. Like, oh my god.
I am going on my watch and looking up Eden maps and finding the nearest noodle place. And
You can tell there are some noodle places, like noodle bars, but there's also some you can actually see moving. Very much like how JD is used to the noodle guy moving.
Yeah, you can just order it for delivery. I used
Yeah,
to do that all the time.
Here, this is a top secret location. So you would have to deliver it somewhere nearby and then wait outside for it like a weirdo. And her head's
Like
still flung back. Like, I can't hold my neck. I don't have the neck strength.
Then, Soren, do you want to go pick up noodles with me, and we'll be right back? And y'all take.
Let's do that, but I want to go with Soren, and you guys stay here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Also, Soren, you're gonna have to call up my account because I broke my comms. You were there for that.
Just put me on the floor.
Shoot, Alice is frozen.
oh,
She
no.
might just be making that face.
No.
I love that Renee knows my frozen face from my.
So JD kind of like makes a face at Soren and gives her a thumbs up, like is going with Artie okay?
And she just looks as if you could look confused, she looks confused by you checking she's okay. But it's
Okay.
what noodles do people want?
As long as it has no meat, I'm good.
The usual?
Yeah, that works. Or whatever's closest to it on the menu.
Okay. And you see her sort of flip one of the screens over to where the dots are to show you where the noodle places are.
Oh, Soren, do you need favors or anything for the noodles?
Artie said I had his account.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
right.
we could.
All right, just message if you need anything.
And Soren goes to walk towards the door and looks back at Artie. Bike or walk?
How far is it?
Sort of holds up there. About 20 minutes walk.
We should probably get back because Dot wants to talk about time travel.
And Dot is like, she just had Soren like lay her down where she was, and she's like kind of laying on her side with like hair over her face, and she's kind of just curled up in the fetal position, in her like lab coat and her badass biking stuff. Like you see a weapon poking out and like a knife on her thigh, and she's just kind of curled up.
Yeah. Can we ride, please? Because of that.
And sort of looking at Dot in this state, just like briefly again, never seen Dot like this before. Soren, that may be best, I think. And she starts to walk and transform into this bike as she does. Out the door. And whilst Artie and Soren disappear off away from the clinic, what do the rest of you do?
I ask if Dot needs a glass of water.
I'm gonna look around for something that produces a light source. Because apparently this building has no power, so we are...
It had a little bit of power, but not for lighting, yeah.
Okay. So, end of the world. That sounds not good. Bad is that word.
My brain is moving too quickly. I can't move the rest of my body. Has that ever happened to you before? I've never had to think so hard that I can't move the rest of my appendages. You know how many times you've done this and failed? Or succeeded and still failed? I don't know. A lot.
No, I haven't done this before.
We have.
Wait.
We've apparently done this multiple times. Apparently
Wait.
We've done this over and over and over and over and over again, and every time it ends up us starting over because the world still ends. And I don't know the right way to go, and I don't know what I should say, and I don't know what will change, what will change, and what will be better this time, and I don't know how to save everyone. I don't know what to do.
I mean, you don't have to save everyone. I mean, we are all here.
Now.
Maybe.
What's going to happen in 2 weeks?
Hey, Dot. I know there's a lot to worry about, but you don't have to do this alone. I just got a pretty big reminder of that, but we're all here. All of us. We stick together and we work together, and gosh, I hate to say it, but if it comes to it, we would die together.
But not all of us die.
We're not going to. We're totally going to save the world together, right? Like, that's...
That's the thing. We succeeded every time. But
We
I don't
saved
know
the
what it
world?
means. No. It still ends, but we succeed every time. JD, we succeed every time. And when she says it, her entire body like shoots up to a sitting position. We succeed every time, but we still lose. Against this enemy, this brown-haired enemy, this woman who goes by Dawn sometimes, but I don't know who Dawn is. And she time travels too, because she keeps coming back.
Wait.
And the blonde woman's the good guy.
Wait, brown-haired... JD, this is Jane Doe and whatever brown hair woman that kept trying to see Adam.
Dawn. Dawn. Her name is Dawn. Sometimes she goes by multiple names. Sometimes it changes. But this time she's Dawn. Or sometimes she's Dawn. Who knows what she is this time? But she has an advantage because she's kidnapped the blonde bitch. And apparently the blonde bitch is a good guy. And we need her. But the person who spoke to me said they don't know if that will work. And this has never happened in the timeline. And the person who reached out's very last chance to try again.
Okay. I think you're explaining this great, and I just want to make sure I understand. So, something's different about this time. Something's changed. Did we do something wrong?
No.
Let me start back. Do we want to succeed or do we want to fail?
I don't know.
Because if we succeed every time but the world still ends.
But that's the thing. I don't know what we did every other time. I wasn't allowed to know what happened every other time. Because I wasn't supposed to change what I did because it might affect and make a worse outcome that this person did not know would happen. So somehow we have to figure out how to do something differently this time with no new information or information about what we've done in other timelines, because there are just other timelines of us that have existed with different, like minor moments are different.
But it's still us, right?
But it's still us.
So
the person that I saw was a survivor of the last timeline.
We just need to think, what would we do?
This is a cycle. If you have two people who can time travel and go back, even if we succeed, if the person who can go back can change the timeline before, it loops. You keep getting information, right, Dot? You said something about...
I'm always the one. It's always in the bathroom, every time.
Well, this brown-haired woman is going back and talking to someone as well.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Adam?
She's releasing Adam. Well, no, she's not releasing Adam. Adam releases himself, but she's involved with Adam.
But she's talking to someone who is doing something, so no matter if we succeed, it doesn't matter if the person who can go back in time is changing. We just keep...
Unless she stops going back in time.
We have to break whatever cycle is going on with whoever is, I don't know, coming back farther than us.
The blonde woman who's been watching us from our entire childhood was making sure Adam Watson did not escape.
Which explains how she could get to Vestal at a young age and us at a young age.
She was watching us because you're part of the timeline and we're part of this, whatever this is. At one point in the beginning of whatever timeline, the first timeline, we did something. And in order to keep that going, people keep returning back in time and tweaking things.
So the blonde lady can time travel too.
I'm assuming if the brunette lady can time travel and the person who time traveled.
How many people can time travel?
Apparently it's a thing in 20 years.
Yeah, I can't even wrap my mind around time travel.
I don't think any of us ever will.
So it's a thing in 20 years, but Eden ends in 2 weeks, so...
Something is outside.
Yeah, how's that?
Scary.
Okay.
Or is this just I'm...
We're in the way of something. We're always in the way of something.
What does that mean?
God, I wish I
I'm
knew.
at a cafe.
Explained. Can you read my mind again, Vestal? Or are you?
I can try.
I don't know if I do this in the past. I don't know if this is a good idea. Maybe I should eat first. Maybe you should eat first. Maybe we should just wait for the noodles. I can explain this. Maybe Artie has a master plan.
Maybe we should eat first. Artie having a master plan?
That is said with so much love.
Noodles and a master plan. We've got this. But maybe let's not rely on Artie for a master plan.
Maybe we don't rely on Artie enough. I have to throw up now. I feel it. Sorry, guys. Be right back. Dot gets up and just kind of like a ghost wanders into the bathroom and shuts the door.
JD just turns to Vestal and says, okay, yeah, I feel a little called out.
I mean,
Shit.
There was a lot going on, and I feel like there's something missing.
Isn't there always something missing?
There's always something missing. There's always something missing.
It's almost like Alice isn't telling us everything. Who is Alice? I don't know. It's just a feeling I have.
Break the third wall, Jade.
God of this world doesn't tell us everything.
To be fair, how often do we pray to her or offer her burnt offerings or anything like that? That's really our problem.
Just steamed buns, like, it'll be fine.
And we don't even get credit for that.
That we will hop over to Soren and Artie as you're sort of, this is a very open district. In fact, you see barely any people around here at all. You see the odd person either walking on the streets that are on the lower level of the ground. The air is clear here. Very, very clear. And you are sort of whizzing through some of these streets. These are wide streets. And you seem to be not leaving the Blue District, but going to the edge of it, where you can see a noodle sort of bar shop at the end, where Soren is sort of whizzing towards. And as have done so many times, as coming to a stop, she starts to run, and she folds out, almost holding you and then letting you sort of drop down with ease as she runs. We are at the location.
Yeah, let's order, because it'll take them a second to make things, and then I want to talk to you for a minute.
Okay. And she walks in and orders this bunch of noodles, basically. And you see that someone trying to put like some meat, like dumplings on it, and she's like, no meat. Look, as she orders this on her own, sort of bringing up her screen, and very much like you would with a bracelet tapping. And she comes straight back outside. You wanted to talk. Is everything okay?
I haven't been being okay. We haven't been talking because there's been so much stuff happening. And I've also been trying to do more stuff on my own. Like, I'm trying to act like I know what I'm doing, and I don't. But I always do better if I just say it instead of pretending that I know what I'm doing. So, I'm sorry I'm awkward.
You understand that I do not know what I am doing a lot of the time. What
You can process, 10,000 times faster than I can, though.
written information, mostly. Yes. Correct.
Okay, so again, I don't know. I really like you, and I feel bad that I don't know how to say things in a way that makes it apparent.
And she pauses and tilts her head. Like, you actually hear that creak of metal as she tilts her head. I don't understand. And you may think you are awkward, but there are things I can't process or understand.
Yeah, but I have too many hands. You try so hard, though. I mean, you have figured out how to drink tea and sit at a cafe, and I can't figure out how to tell you that I really like you and that I don't, and we don't spend any time doing anything because we're either, I don't know. Right now, we're trying to save the world, which is really important. But what am I supposed to do? I don't. Um,
RT, you realize JD made it so I could drink tea.
okay. Did JD come up with that idea by herself?
And again, she pauses, and it's almost like a whir of her head as if she's trying to remember something. So, I asked her to.
Which means you're one step ahead of me because I didn't think of asking JD if it was something I could do or she could do for you because I like when we spend time together drinking tea.
I requested it so we could drink tea.
Right. But I mean, I'm asking you to do all these things and I'm not taking the time to find out if it's something you're going to enjoy doing or how you're going to get something out of it. I'm just asking you to spend time with me while I drink tea. So I'm just sorry I haven't paid more attention to the whole situation of the idea of us doing things together.
And for the first time, there's like a weird sound, if anything, comes from Soren, and it sounds like a laugh, a very small, strange laugh, which comes from like her chest and like the neck, not actually out of her mouth. So, you are funny.
I get that a lot, really, but I just don't know how to talk to people. I mean, I have my dad and my mom, and I don't want to talk to you like I would talk to either of them because none of that went well. And then I have my friends, and I don't want to talk to you like I talk to them because every time I talk to them, something is exploding. I just want to just talk to you and ask you how you are.
I would like that. But
Yeah, and this is like the worst idea ever because we're ordering noodles while the world is ending, but it's like I just want 5 minutes so we could talk.
it's what we do.
Yeah, that's really true.
And I asked to be able to drink tea because I am learning things. A year ago, I was a bike. I am not now. I now walk upright, move. I am not human. I understand that, which can be difficult. But I am processing. I think it is what you all call feelings. I don't understand them.
Yeah, I don't either. A year ago I hadn't left the OTC and I knew 3 people. And it's all new, right?
I know 5 now.
I know the same 5 people.
I don't.
We're so bad. We only know 5
We-
people. We know only the
We only
same
know
5
5
people.
6. We know the noodle guy. And she pauses. I don't know what to do. I don't have information on this. I don't understand. I have processed some emotions, but I can't identify them.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Exactly.
And she pauses again. Is it bad I asked to drink tea?
No, I mean,
altered.
I think it's great. And I mean, again, we should all be evolving and changing and trying new things and learning new things, right? But I mean, I'm just saying it was a big leap on your part, and I didn't just immediately do something about that. I probably said something like, "Oh, that's neat. You can drink tea now."
She freezes again, like processing this information you're saying. You're used to her processing information fast, but this is just not sinking in fully. Were you supposed to?
Probably. I probably should have made a bigger deal about it.
I don't mind, I think.
Okay. So maybe we can just keep learning together?
And there's that nod, again, very sort of slow nod. I would like that. Sorry, I don't always understand. I understand that I am metal. That's it, with a voice. I was built. And I know that is not always a comforting thing.
You do more than anybody else I know. You can not only turn into things, save our lives, travel all over the city, all of which are things I cannot do. Also, I was built. As far as I know, I was built. I don't think I was, I mean, I'm a clone. That's built. We're in the same boat. We're just made of different materials.
Then why are you worrying?
I mean, that's me. That's just me worrying.
And she reaches out and holds out her hand. Shall we get noodles?
Yeah. Yeah, let's get the noodles.
And she'll lead you into the store and get noodles whilst Bree cries.
It's just what he said. The whole thing about the puffing. They're both built. They're just made of different
Stinking good.
You guys are making this difficult.
I have so many fucking feelings right now, and I don't know what to do with all of them. They're so good. This isn't what I come in for Ian for. I come in for anxiety attacks, not good pure love.
Thank you, Alice.
Fuck me.
Maybe we should have more good pure love. Yes.
I'm so happy.
Hey, it's there. Like, you can take the time in between the trauma. Like, and back at the clinic, it starts to rain. You hear the rain outside splattering like on the windows that are there. There's like 2. It's not 2 o'clock.
I look at my watch like it's broken. Because I was just giving Arnie a hard time for this.
Again, like the microphone.
I'm such a smartass. Look at my watch.
Donna.
It is 5 p.m.
Eden's broken.
Stands up. Like, pretty much still the same, like, horrified face she's had the entire time. And she pulls up her hood. She puts on her mask. And she looks around for, like, a spare fucking mug or something. She picks up a mug. She goes outside. And she starts collecting some rain. Wordlessly. Like a crazy person. And when she's got a decent enough sample, she's going to walk back inside. She's going to set it down on this table. Well, let's see if the common cold is back. She's gonna run a small terrified data analysis on this. She's like plug out her like terrified spiders that are like, oh, why is my mother jostling me so much? She normally stands very still. What the hell? She's gonna take it out and she's gonna open up its little like bulbous like spider back, and she's gonna just like pour a little bit of water in it so we can close up and start doing a testing.
Could you roll me an intellect check, please?
I mean, probably, but it won't be too good.
Well, you've got this in a... You're trained in this as well, so...
I mean, this is my life. I got it free.
On a 3, you effectively take this bug and you dip it into the water. And it glows very quickly, and then you can start reading back all of these details that say, this is water. Pure water. Not recycled water.
As in, not scheduled.
Not the sprinkler system that went wrong.
So, guys, fun fact. The sky made rain.
The sky always makes rain just at 2 o'clock every day.
No. Nature doesn't work that way. The clouds do not form. Water does not pour from the sky.
Wait, nature rain?
Like rain. Like sky rain. Like truly from the air sky rain. Maybe that's how the world ends. It comes to a normal...
Where even is the sky?
Up.
Really? I always just assumed it was more screens.
There's always a top to something. That's why in the OTC they can grow plants, I think. I don't know, because it's so up.
Are we sure the sprinkler system just isn't broken?
This is not filtered water. This is pure condensated water.
So Eden is broken, or nature is fixed? What?
Well, I don't think nature was ever supposed to be a thing in Eden. I'm sure there is something above us supposed to be protecting us from the elements.
Okay. Okay. And JD is going to go outside. Is it still raining?
It is pouring with rain. Like heavy rain. You've not felt this. Normally it's quite a light rain, but this feels torrential.
She's just gonna look up and let it fall all over her face, and she's just gonna smile.
Wait.
Like when she touched the grass in the OTC.
It's working again. Don't worry, guys. The panic is gone. The panic is set out. I'm better now. So hear me out. And she's saying that she's kind of peering out the door, talking kind of at a louder tone so JD can hear her over the rain. She's not stepping out in the shit. No.
It's beautiful.
Right. There's also pollution, JD. You don't know where this
It's
water
so
comes
beautiful. You
Right,
said
until-
it was
Okay, yeah, and that doesn't... I can't account for pollution. What if it melts your skin off? What if you go blind?
What if I sang in it?
What if we start by looking at the company that's in charge of working on the filters and the showering system? Maybe it was shut off manually. We have to find out if it was an accident or on purpose. Maybe Dawn works for that company and this is her plan to end the world.
JD,
Yes.
for the very first time in your entire life, you see a string of color come through from the sky, from somewhere you can't see. And across the buildings, this rainbow comes across and plants itself in the distance somewhere. For every color you could imagine, and it's there as the rain sort of filters through it, creating this
Beautiful.
reflection.
Dot, Vestal, you have to come see this. This is amazing.
This is the first.
I will take a step outside.
You see exactly the same, and you can feel that rain, that heavy, and it feels just heavy rain. This isn't like a soft rain, if you know, when it's like you sort of almost like a mist. It doesn't feel like a mist. This is proper rain, and there are puddles forming on the floor.
Does it almost like hurt as it like hits your skin?
Kind of. It's almost as heavy as hail, but it's not that level. It's before that.
Dot doesn't step outside. You may have removed the bomb out of the back of my head, but there is a lot of wiring still running through my brain. Like a lot of wiring.
At the window, like.
So I'm gonna just stand in the doorway because I don't wanna fuck up my brain.
Okay, fair. I mean, fair. I can't believe it. I don't know. I mean, we deal with so much synthetic stuff. Screens, clones, manufactured diseases. It's so different to see something in its original form.
And this water, this rain is not cold. It's not very, it's cool. It's refreshing. Like when you can smell the morning after it's rained. That's what this is like. It's not a lukewarm, not that the rain is normally warm. It's just not cool. But it is right now.
Has it ever rained like this, Vestal, in all of your years? Are you talking?
I am talking. Okay, there we go. Maybe I was just quiet. It was always just a sprinkler system. I mean, I didn't know that at the time, but it's always the same time every day.
All right. What company runs the sprinkler system, guys? Anyone know?
I always just figured it was the OTC, but it might be higher than that. I mean, it was part of the Eden Project. It was a malfunction, wasn't it?
I don't know if this was a malfunction. There's nothing protecting us from the outside elements. It would not take long for everything in the entire... Yeah. End of the world, sorry.
Sorry. I don't know where it's going from.
Oh, my Soren is out in the rain. Is she okay to be out?
I'm calling them. Ring ring. Hello.
Artie,
Fallen out of character, me in my closet.
Artie, you were stood at the entrance of this, well, the exit, as you start to exit this noodle bar.
Uh-oh. She'll come back.
Oh no, she'll be back.
Alice!
You've got Solas has some because I can hear you.
We can hear you now. You're back.
Okay. As Soren stands there holding these noodles, looking up at the sky, and you hear her arm effectively ring. And she looks at you. Dot is calling. And she just sort of almost flips her arm a little bit as she activates the call. Dot, we have noodles.
Is it raining?
Are you calling Soren?
Stay out there, you wet girl.
Soren, are you seeing this?
Soren, are you outside in the rain? JD, do you have her prepared for something this heavy?
I don't know. She's been in the rain before, but it's normal rain. This is normal rain.
Yes, but is it gonna rust your butt?
What is normal rain?
It has more minerals in it.
I'll check her when she gets back.
All right, and what if
it's raining?
Soren, I don't know, do either of you know this answer? Soren, can you handle real unfiltered rain? Artie, the filtration system is not going off right now. Real rain is coming. Something is no longer covering us from the natural elements in the city of Eden. I think this is the answer to the apocalypse. They're playing in the rain.
Like, this is on loudspeaker because it's on in this noodle.
They're outside. They stepped outside.
No, Soren is in the doorway. Like, Soren was there, like, looking around now at all these people eating noodles. Like,
yeah, Artie was one step ahead, so now he's outside. He is drenched from this rain because he's just been standing here listening to this yelling on loudspeaker from the doorway. I think we should get back before they play in the rain some more.
I'll try and dry them off. I'll look for towels or something. Get here quickly. Soren, cover all essential. Don't open anything up. Stay in bike form. Bike. Safe. Don't rust.
She doesn't reply, but she's
his jacket.
Holding her hand out in this rain. It is fine, I think.
JD will run diagnostics when you get here. Just get here quickly, please. I'm starting to get really worried.
Tell Vestal we got the vegetable noodles.
I'm sure Vestal will be ecstatic. Please hurry. And then she hangs up.
Soren, look at the colors in the sky. Oh.
It's like, all right. So are we going to set up the table now and start to focus on the planning for the end of the world? Or are we going to play in the water some more? I've taken a lot of baths in my life. I'm just saying.
It's not like a bath, but yeah, okay.
Almost.
Mother Buzzkill, please come inside. And she kind of opens her arm out, door open. Like, all of the anxiety from her, prior is gone, and Dot is back in full force. Like, her face is just inside children.
Hear something else. Something else you haven't heard before. Something that you can only relate it to that one time in an elevator, as you hear a rumble. And then there's a flash of light in the sky.
Oh, shit.
As thunder and lightning shoot across these rolling clouds.
That stupid bitch is trying to destroy the Eden this way. This is why there's a survivor, because this is how the world ends. And she's saying this as she's pulling you guys inside and wiping at you.
Okay, I'm coming. That was a little scary. I'm coming.
And you can see the neon lights are still on, but there's a lot less in this district because of the types of buildings here. But outside, it starts to grow dark, very dark, as you hear this rumble and this thunder roll through the sky. And Coil twitches. Not fully charged yet, but twitches.
Okay. So I kind of have a feeling, and this is not a really rational feeling. There's a lot of electricity in the sky, and I kind of feel like we should unplug Coil from the wall.
Right. Let's not short circuit the killer robot. So I agree.
The killer robot who's our friend.
Yes, I understand that, but I don't want her to be electrocuted and then activate something until we can turn off the processes that might turn her into a murderer.
Oh yeah, no.
Because
Yeah.
if she unfolds fully charged and ready to kill us, I won't be able to do anything.
No, okay, yeah. Let's unplug them. And JD goes over to.
Try your hands first.
Okay, and JD goes over to dry her hands.
Dot mum.
And like takes out her pretty sure she's wearing flannel because that's what I was wearing today to be like JD. So she like takes that off so that it's like it's drenched, it's so soaking wet. And then she actually goes over to unplug coil from the wall.
You can unplug coil from the wall.
Just to be safe. And then she's gonna sit down and start running some diagnostics on them and like investigating their de-escalation programming specifically.
Okay, can you roll me an intellect, please?
I can, except I totally forgot to pull up Roll20 for this game because apparently
I do just want to point out that I only was able to watch about 10 minutes of the last stream, and I'm pretty sure that exact quote was something you said last time.
Well, I literally couldn't pull it up last time because I was streaming from a car.
She was in a car.
And then
But she's not wrong.
I wondered why at like the 10-minute mark to close, you were like, yeah, I haven't opened up Roll20 at all. And I'm like,
yeah, because I was on a phone. And then this week, I don't know where my mind's at, but it's not on how I stream things.
the toaster,
the
the can opener. We need a, you know what? We need a friendly neighborhood AI can opener.
I do want to say too, like the one thing that's wrong with my apartment since moving in is that my microwave is dead. And I find that way sadder than I probably should because of this game.
I was gonna say, if you're
coming to replace my microwave tomorrow, and I'm kind of really sad.
If I ever visit you or get the chance, I'm putting a banana in that microwave, just leaving it
I
there.
didn't do that one. That one's not on me.
Come visit me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm rolling. Wait, I'm rolling intellect.
Yes, please.
Got it.
Yeah. What is it you're exactly looking for? What are you looking for?
So last time we talked about checking out. Whoa, I did good. Okay, we talked about checking out coils, specifically the de-escalation software to make sure that there was nothing malicious and that like a trusted source installed it, or it's not something that is like rogue software.
There, as you sort of look into this, but you don't see, you think this de-escalation effectively, these sort of almost far more harmful, like the blades and the paddles, you can see these were put in at a later stage, and you can probably make the best assumption that Crowbar put these in to coil. This was probably part of the upgrade effectively, and some other bits that you can see, but there doesn't seem to be anything in there. It looks like maybe something was, but it's not there now. And
So the de-escalation software does not look like it was something that Coil was equipped with at the Screen Children.
yeah, no, you can tell that Crowbar put in these paddles and these blades. This is not something.
And that's the software behind it. Okay.
You can see just how strong Coil is physically. Probably you can tell from more like manual labor, whether it's, you could probably guess from maybe restraining someone or moving heavy weights, but there's no function to harm, attack, anything like that.
Okay, so I'm checking the new de-escalation software and trying to see if I can see what the specific triggers are for the de-escalation tactics.
Okay, so the tactics, do you mean why they were installed?
No, like, is there something, like, is there a specific code that designates what Coil would use de-escalation for?
there's not a code on what necessarily use de-escalation for. You feel like it seems to be almost like the standard that you have for AI. It is the protection of life in general, life itself. They can't. You think maybe the only time Coil would have followed orders was whilst in the Screen Children's facility.
Okay. And I think I'm pretty satisfied with that, especially if I can find Crowbar's signature on the de-escalation. I just hope that Coil's AI continues to develop and learn when it is not appropriate to use de-escalation techniques.
You get the feeling they do, but maybe they need to learn more after what happened last week. It's more like there's an instinct built in. It's not a process of, this will hurt someone, therefore I won't do it. It is, this person is causing a problem. The immediate reaction is not kill. It looks almost like you have to designate kill or, I was gonna say paddle, but like.
And honestly, I think with JD, there's a part of her that's hoping that when she's not in the bathroom, she can actually do more about it, because talking to robots is kind of her jam. So like,
you suspect
there's that part of it.
Your using it at home, you would be able to do a lot more. You've helped Soren progress a lot, so you could probably assume with everything you have back at home, you could again.
And that I think there's that part of her that's like, gosh, if I'd just been there, I could have said something and that person wouldn't have gotten hurt. But I wasn't. It's my fault. I went to the bathroom to find Dot. It's fine.
And there's that rumble again, that rumble of thunder, as it really starts to almost shake the building you're in. You can feel it, like, you feel like the windows judder with the roll of this thunder, and almost blindingly white outside as this lightning flashes.
Okay, I'm starting to get that apocalyptic feel now.
That much electricity in an entire location that is completely reliant on electricity. What other weather habits happen in the natural environment?
Lots of stuff, I think. I don't know much about real weather.
Any computer? Jeeves, what happens with the weather? Tell me the history of weather. What?
Jeeves.
This little Jeeves pops up, and the weather, rain at 2 p.m.
No, Jeeves. The weather from Earth. What was the weather from Earth like?
And it pauses. Searching files, and Jeeves disappears, and up comes almost like a rotation of weather, and you see snow, hail. Bear in mind, you have never seen snow in your life. You don't know what this is. You see sun, rain, rainbows, blizzards. Like it's like it's doing a cycle very quickly, showing you everything.
Does it show like tornadoes? Like
it can't. Yeah, it does show some like tornadoes and extreme winds. Literally every sort of weather you could think of, you see it. But it's almost like the only way IRL I can describe it is that you're watching a weather channel as it's cycling through, showing you all of these.
All right, Jeeves, why does Eden not experience Earth's weather?
And it pops up. This little Jeeves again. Do not understand question. Rain at 2 p.m.
Why? Why does it rain at 2 p.m. in Eden?
It is the time it rains.
What keeps Eden safe from the outside environment?
Eden keeps Eden safe.
All right, thanks, jeez, bye.
And it just sort of zoop back.
So did
Into
anyone
the-
else see the swirly sky monster that spun around and ate things? Or was that one just me?
No, yeah. I can definitely see how a lot of this really beautiful thing can be very destructive and powerful and devastating, especially in a place where there are so many people living so close together and buildings are very tall and there's a lot of electricity.
So if Eden keeps Eden safe, why is Eden not keeping Eden safe anymore?
What
Eden is
changed?
also not equipped to deal with these things.
I'm sure we've dealt with these things. I'm sure of it. This can't be the first time it's ever rained. I mean, but does the rain This is how I'm thinking of it, and she puts her hands out. I'm in my mind. Think of like the OTC. The dome. Right? The dome over the OTC keeps the OTC safe from the outside world. It is safe, it is pristine, it is the outside world that it avoids, the rest of Eden, because it is posh and perfect. Now imagine a bigger dome over all of Eden, where the rain comes from that we get at 2 p.m. every day. Wherever that is, has to be below where the real storms come. So in my mind, that dome is gone. I don't know if it's an actual dome. I've never seen it. That's not from my end this time.
I live in the city now.
I don't doubt that. That sounds like pretty, I don't know, a pretty solid kind of idea of what's going on. But what I was saying was, Eden was only equipped to stop the weather from coming in. Now that it's in, nothing is equipped to handle it.
No. Wonder if that was Dawn's plan this entire time. If
If we're worried about Coil getting short-circuited, what happens if that hits like a hospital?
what happens when the clinic floods? The entire lower level floods. What happens when these swirling sky beasts come and tear through 3 buildings? One building holds thousands of people.
Exactly. We'll knock the next building over and the next one, or just collapse completely straight down. Who knows?
For thousands of miles.
It's so densely packed.
I mean, think of JD's old apartment complex. That tiny one room. There were hundreds upon hundreds of them. And they fit full families.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about killing everyone, but it sure, just the weather can kill thousands.
Well, it kills us, I'm sure. Something kills us.
I don't really particularly want to be killed.
Are you coming back anytime soon with that fucking food? I want to eat. So I can have you read my mind, Vestal, because I can't say words. They keep coming out as stress things.
As you're doing this, the rain stops. The thunder stops. The lightning stops. Everything clears away, almost like that. And then the ground beneath your feet starts to shake violently. The buildings, things, if there's anything on the walls, they start to fall. It's like the buildings themselves are being thrown and tossed from side to side. You don't know what an earthquake is, but that's what this is. And I need you all just to make a speed check to stay upright. Yeah, JD, you sort of, as you stand on your feet, you just about close enough to a wall. You manage to sort of prop yourself up, but you are being thrown. Whereas Vestal and Dot, as you're having this conversation...
You know, I want to... Don't I have a 50... I want to roll my 50-50 die on this one.
You want an accident... Okay.
Just because I want to get rid of it, and I want to do it in an environment where I'm either just going to bust my fucking skull in. Versus
okay.
like...
1 is nat 1, 2... is a nat 20. So please roll.
Bree, I believe in you.
I'm gonna roll a 1. Every time I've tested this, I've rolled a 1. All right, DM intrusion. This earthquake hits.
This earthquake hits.
So when do we tell Dot that she has 2 of them? Shut up, Scratticus.
And this place starts to shake violently. This is being thrown everywhere, and you can see cracks emerge in the wall of this clinic. And Dot, you have a second to glance over at JD, who you see gradually stabilize herself against one of the walls as she's near the door frame. And Vestal, you fall backwards as you see the ground beneath Dot open up, and she disappears. You do have an XP to gift yourself and one other person.
Can I use the XP for a character intrusion? You said I get an XP?
No, Dot gets one, and Dot can.
I don't know how to use them. I don't know how the cipher system works. I've only been using it for months.
I will show you later.
Can I do something with this?
You could do something to maybe counter what is happening, like, right? Not fully counter, you're still in the situation. But so you could offer a GM intrusion for me, effectively. Like, if you want something to...
Nah, fuck it, I'll just fall.
That's the spirit.
I still have enough to do far step if I am fast enough to grab her, like, her arm before she falls into whatever crevice this is.
Okay. Roll me a speed check, please. And yes, I will count.
Here is the skill itself.
Yeah, so spend 2.
Beats a 4. That's not so bad.
Vestal, describe to me as you see the ground open up beneath Dot, and she basically disappears from your view, but you manage to, whether you're sliding across the floor, to grab her at that very last second.
I'm gonna try and basically just do the grab the wrist kind of thing and see if I can get a lock onto her arm before she plummets basically into whatever.
I mean, thousands of feet into the mystery ground below us.
And I'm spreading kind of my weight out to try and anchor whatever weight I do have to try and get Dot to not fall or drag myself in as well.
Yeah,
thank God Dot is small. Thank God Dot is small. She's probably the smallest build wise out of the party. She's very small.
I am slightly larger than you.
Barely. We're like 2 infants desperately clinging onto each other.
JD.
Oh, Vestal's tall. It's me that's short.
JD, you see this as you see Dot for a moment disappear almost into this blackness, and Vestal in a split second slides across the ground as it actually tips as the ground breaks, and Vestal sort of uses it almost her as a way of getting to Dot faster.
Okay. How's Coil doing? Wait. How's Coil doing?
You look over at Coil, and their screen is flashing. Just the numbers 3, 2, 6, 4, 4, 8. That date. Flash. As we hop over to Artie and Soren, you look up and the rain stops. So the rain has stopped. Good. The noodles won't get wet. As she sort of uncovers them.
Yeah, we should get back. I mean, we know that they're worrying.
And the noodles may get cold.
Right. Yeah.
And there is that split second where you feel the ground judder beneath your feet. And even Soren stops for a moment, holding her arms just out, almost like balance. What was that? And then there's another rumble, almost like you feel you're going to fall. Could you roll me a speed check, please, to see if you stand upright?
I will do that. Speed check.
Yeah, you don't quite stand upright as this ground between you and Soren starts to crack, almost between you both, and starts to judder and slide and tip as you fall backwards, as does Soren, falling backwards, dropping the noodles where she was as she falls back. And she again, you see her plant one hand almost like as a crunch, like almost like a hook into part of this earth that is tipped upright. And if you could, if there's a way of seeing it, this is something you've never seen on Soren's face before. This looks like panic. As she sort of looks over to you as this huge crack starts to form, and you hear a creak as the buildings around you start to have little spider web cracks all the way up the side of them.
Soren, are you okay?
And I don't think this is a good situation. And there's another, it's almost a deafening rumble this time as the earth where you are just starts to crack and fold, almost upwards. I need you to make a mic check, please, to see if you can hold on.
All right, here we go. Ooh, that's really bad. I do have a reroll, and it seems like the dice want me to use it.
Okay.
Let's try that one more time. And I guess this is me saying I want to take a level of effort here, too.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case. Hey, there we go.
You slide down this thing, but on the ground where it looks like maybe it's a post or something that is sticking outside as this earth starts to tip, you can grab hold of it, almost wrap yourself around it. And you say, Artie, are you okay? Because you have fallen a little bit, like holding on. And I'm gonna
Yeah, I can keep right here, but if you get a chance to take off, you should definitely take off, because I think flying is safer than walking right now.
And as you're both having this conversation, she's sort of locked into the side of this piece of earth that's jolting up. You both almost at the same time hear this creak this huge sort of aching creak of metal as the ground shakes, almost sort of juddering your sight, your vision, as you look up at one of these tall buildings, and it starts to fall straight towards both of you. I'm going to roll something, but in private, to see how this goes.
That's what we all want to hear. I'm going to roll something in private.
I know, that's terrifying.
Is there anything you want to do first, Artie?
What are your last
No, I'm going to
words?
save that for after you do something, I think, because chances are I'm going to need to do something about that.
Okay. This building starts to creak and ache as the ground opens up more and more, and this building starts come crashing down, almost blocking out what light there is as it comes shooting down. And I rolled for Soren, as Soren detaches her hand from this earth as it starts to slide down and jumps across to where Artie is. And as this building comes crashing down, she is sprinting. As she's sprinting, she is doing the normal Soren thing and slowly trying to turn herself into a bike. But it's difficult. She is trying to weave amongst all these buildings and this debris that is crashing all around you. As she forms into this bike, one arm still out as she pushes you on, and almost like a seatbelt folds over half of you, pushing you down low and covering your head as you weave through this debris fast. You've never moved this fast on Soren before. And noodles are gone. Sorry. Noodles are gone. And she is weaving amongst this falling building. You can see metal clanging, dropping as you sort of maneuver very, very slightly out of the way. I'd also like you to make a speed check to see how well you can aid her in getting out.
Is this a vehicle driving type check?
Yes, it is.
I am actually trained in that skill.
Yes, you are. Yeah, you managed to sort of... Well, how would you do it? How would you guide Soren out as she's trying to focus on things herself?
I imagine that I barely hooked onto the bike and I'm holding onto the handlebar portion like usual. And then now, because Soren is probably maneuvering forward, I'm looking up so that I can see if things are going to fall on us while we're trying to go through this scenario. So maybe turning the stick, handlebars, etc., if we need to go a particular way.
Yeah, you managed to here and there sort of pull up effectively, get her to dodge this huge, almost like metal-like boulder that lands in front of you, managed to sort of skim at just the last moment. As you can see the clinic, and the clinic is a very low to the ground building, and it's a lot more in the open as you whiz through this carnage. And Soren doesn't stop. You feel as if another arm comes out, covering the other side of your head as well, as she barrels, crashing through this door. The rest of you are very, very quickly seeing Soren fold backwards, almost over Artie, almost into like a shield, and crash through this door into the room you are in. And JD, I think you're the only one who sees this very clearly. Because Dot and Vestal are like, yeah.
I scream. I mean, yeah. Like, the whole world is falling apart around us suddenly, and there's a hole in the ground, and my friends are falling into it, but not. And then they just come crashing in the wall, and Coil's blinking the apocalypse, and I scream.
And you can scream as you see what is almost like a mass of Soren again folding back out into human form as she leaves the sort of shield-like state. Still one arm sort of around Artie's shoulders so that his face isn't like what she rolls onto. And she folds out and stands upright, looking at you in again, like in a panic, which you haven't seen before. So, what is the situation? Where is Dot and Vestal?
Ah!
Are you okay?
And Soren effectively puts Artie down.
The ground is shaking!
Yeah, is the ground stable enough?
Don't drop
The
me!
ground is still shaking. And
Okay, I am going to try and reach for Artie and like hold onto the wall with my metal arm.
yeah, you can roll a might for me as you just really clamp onto this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can clamp onto the wall. You can feel yourself being thrown, almost like the wall's not fully attached anymore.
Weird.
And Soren, quickly hearing, I think, Vestal and Dot yelling, quickly pauses, looks at Dot, rests a hand on Artie's shoulder just very briefly before jumping down the side of this huge crack in the floor. Dot,
That's my best bike.
Dot and Vestal, what are you doing right now?
I hopefully am attempting to pull up Dot if
That
she-
very like tight kind of like hold like this on each other, like this, as one hand is free because she can't like swing it up, and she's like screaming a mixture of like, "Don't let go!" Oh my god, how many? Ah! And she's like, her brain is like processing. She's like, "Pull me up, just pull."
I am going to put one hand on, like my free hand on the stablest part of the edge and use it to try and pull, just kind of with both arms try and pull.
Yeah, roll a might for me, please.
Oh boy.
Drops me. Drops me.
Needs a difference of a difficulty of 1.
You don't get dropped, but you don't move at all. And it's almost like that stagger as you feel that your Vestal and Dot, your eyes meet as you see that bit of rock in between you is also starting to split. I'm going to roll again. Okay. Thorin, you sort of see as emotion jump down the side of this, sort of sliding past you. You can see her, you've seen her do before, sort of almost put her fist through this metal. And Dot, she effectively grabs your leg and starts to push you up. I need you both to make a might roll, please. So I roll again.
Might is my very weak time.
Yeah, Vestal, this is the boost you needed, and Dot, you're so done. I feel like you want to get out, and with this little boost from Soren, you manage to just have that. You can just grab onto Vestal's hand that little bit tighter, that little bit harder. As Vestal, you managed to hold on and pull JD and Artie. You see Vestal leaning back as she pulls Dot up. But on my last roll, you see Soren fall. And that's where we'll leave Eden this week.
This is why we don't get noodles during the apocalypse. Dot said no.
Don't turn this back on me.
I regret everything.
We had ramen and Pop-Tarts. Artie just had his love moment, and now she.
Pop-Tarts are terrible.
I didn't say she was dead.
Well, of course she can't be dead. She survives the apocalypse, and we all die, Alice.
In what timeline?
That was a different timeline.
Fuck me sideways. I cannot with this Tommy bullshit.
Everyone, breathe, breathe. What do you say?
No! I will not! I refuse! I won't breathe.
Scrat is rioting this time. Scrat is rioting on his own channel over this.
This is
Scrap writing for
no!
She's going to go laugh in his face after this. You can tell it's going to happen.
Not!
This is why Alice was excited before the game.
Oh,
No, actually, this is the Soren bit is not. She was not intending to fall. That is why. I left it.
Okay, I get that. But like the everything else you threw at us?
the end of the world as we know it.
Bam, ba-dum, bam.
I won't sing anymore so you don't get copy striked.
I know, Renee. That's literally what I'm like right now.
Hold on, I need it. I need my Dynamo emotional support frog.
So after this stream, just so everybody knows, Alice has to go into the bathroom and laugh for 30 minutes solid over all the things she did to us.
I don't. This isn't a thing. I love the fact that it's now. This is why we don't get noodles during the apocalypse.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna tweet that.
We all knew that was the right answer, was not to get noodles.
I said it. Dot said it. Both Bree and Dot in chat and in out loud said this is a terrible idea.
Yes,
I
but
agreed it was
I
a
and
terrible idea.
JD wanted noodles.
I had ulterior motives that had nothing to do with noodles.
It had nothing to do with noodles. Yeah.
You don't even. Oh my god! You made me cry. Freaking Hans! You made me cry.
I wasn't even hungry.
Feels. And then Alice just throws her into a pit of despair after all.
I
of these-
left it to a roll. She is not necessarily dead.
I'm not
To be
even-
honest, out of all of us, I worry the least about Soren because she is awesome. We will survive.
Fucking Zelda!
I can't believe it's not trauma. Is that really something?
I made that.
Put that in chat.
Yeah, that's an official Eden product right there.
As Bree leaves her body.
Goodbye, everyone. I'm in my safe closet.
So, yeah.
Everyone.
So,
Everyone, I would love to hear your favorite bits, or if you just want to scream into the abyss in the Discord, that is also fine.
me, I will do that.
I know Renee will, and I will be screamed at in private chat, Twitter chat,
And probably tomorrow on the phone.
probably tomorrow on the phone. So it's all good. Other than that, please check out our awesome sponsors in the form of Bird in the Storm, where you can see all of their merch and all of the things they do there. Also, the awesome Mage Hand Press that kind of contributed to this because of Argo 37. So, the noise is free. But other than that,
She's not wrong.
yeah. Other than that, please evoke emotions. Never buy noodles during an apocalypse.
No.
And we will see what happens to Soren next.
Wait, can I interject too?
Yes, you can.
Fuck.
Announce.
And stay tuned for a cool Eden announcement next Wednesday.
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah. Come for that. It's
Yeah.
important. Show up for
Wanna
it.
see
It's
what-
important.
Yes. So I'd like to. It's different from whether Soren survives or not, but there's that. Come for that, and then.
It's a good thing. A non-travel-based thing. Do it.
Yeah. See you
It's
next
important.
week.
Bree says it's important, so be there.
I've been
I would
trying
make
to
all the
beg
same choices again.
Yeah.
be excited about this without letting anyone know. I've just been excited.
It's been too long.
Eden.
Excited. Come be excited with us.
Sorry. Yes. Scrat's trying to fade out. Love you all. See you next week. Bye. Oh my.